Hello, everyone. My name is Kimberly Rakin, and today I will be talking about technological forces. There have been many journal and scholarly articles written about the role and responsibilities of government institutions as they relate to the development and implementation of technology policies and the effects these policies can have on firms' corporate entrepreneurship. This includes comprehensive studies presenting perspectives on how environmental and historical factors can influence the development, implementation, and enforcement of these technology policies and create both opportunities and threats for corporate entrepreneurship. The benefits or consequences to firms resulting from these government institution technology policies will have a direct impact on the incentives and opportunities for firms to innovate. So, based on the research findings, there are various perspectives regarding the relational causes and effects to corporate entrepreneurships that can potentially impact innovation. Some experts believe that government technology policies promote and support innovation by firms, while others believe that these policies create obstacles and limit innovation by firms. These views are also influenced based on which countries develop and control the technology policies being enforced. So, for the purpose of this discussion, research analysis will be focused on the institutions and technology policies of the United States and Switzerland. So, the first question for this discussion paper was identify how institutions and technology policy in these two countries create opportunities and threats for corporate entrepreneurship. In the article entitled Two-Way Streets: The Role of Institutions and Technology Policy in Firms' Corporate Entrepreneurship and Political Strategies, the authors share the findings of their research studies relating to the roles, interdependence, and effectiveness of institutions and technology policy, and how it influences the incentives and opportunities firms have to innovate and adapt to changing environments. In this context, the government's purpose is to adopt technology policies that will foster and shape the innovative actions of the firms that operate in their jurisdictions. Based on these policies, firms can make the political and strategic decisions necessary to achieve and sustain their competitiveness. The authors focus on two main elements of technology policy. The two main elements of technology policy is state funding for research and state protection of IP. These are the most significant aspects of government technology policies, and they have an impact on innovation and entrepreneurship. With these two elements of technology policy, it enables the government to allocate public funding and enforce enacted IP laws that can help define a country's innovation infrastructure. An important area of study that is presented in the article relates to the examination of the interdependent effects of state funding for research and IP protection on firms' entrepreneurship. The authors present four conditions which they classify as quadrants, or Q 1 through 4, that reflect the varying characteristics of the public funding IP law interdependence. So Q1 is high state funding for research and high IP protection. Q2 is low state funding, high IP protection. Q3 is high state funding, low IP protection. And Q4, low state funding, low IP protection. These classifications were used to evaluate the characteristics of the state funding for research and IP protection elements incorporated within the technology policies of both the United States and Switzerland. Evaluation of the research findings related to both countries suggests that the United States falls into the Q1 classification and Switzerland falls into the Q2 classification. According to the research, the United States has a well-developed research infrastructure with vast financial resources that are directed to public funding for research and innovation. Switzerland also has a well-developed research infrastructure but lacks in its public funding of research and innovation. Both the United States and Switzerland have comprehensive IP protection laws within their respective technology policies, which are highly enforced. Both are members of the World Trade Organization, and as such, they participate in the trade-related aspects of Intellectual Property Rights Agreement, which sets forth common IP protection standards. Since the United States falls into the Quadrant 1 category, I'm now going to talk about the opportunities that this quadrant presents. So based on the Q1 characteristic description, the United States as a Q1 technology policy environment can provide an opportunity for firms to implement their corporate entrepreneur strategies that can focus on developing cutting-edge innovations to meet technology needs that lead to competitive environments and economic development. Quadrant 1's vast state funding for research can provide the opportunity for a well-developed, publicly funded research infrastructure that supports firms with their funding of large-scale investments in R&D. This includes public funding for research conducted at academic institutions. A primary threat in a Q1 environment due to its intense and competitive nature is the potential for firms to use political strategies such as lobbying to secure state funding for research and IP protection for new technologies and lock out other firms with less political influence. Another threat in a Q1 environment is that of reduction in the allocation of public funding for research the firms heavily rely on due to political or economic changes. Since Switzerland falls into the Quadrant 2, I'm now going to talk about some of the opportunities. According to the research, Switzerland as a Q2 technology policy environment can provide an opportunity for firms to invest more in incremental innovations, such as applied technologies rather than large-scale cutting-edge innovations. The opportunities for innovations in applied technologies are motivated by its strong IP protection laws in place to protect the investments. Q2 environments can provide opportunities for smaller firms to collaborate on innovation research and form technology alliances to overcome lacking in-state funding for research and to compete with larger firms. The primary threat in a Q2 environment is that of limited state funding, which can reduce the financial capital for investments, resulting in firms having to expend their own resources to finance their corporate entrepreneurship, which increases their risks and limits innovative research. Through the application of the main points presented by the authors, including the analysis of the article's Quadrant 1 and 2 characteristics comparison to the United States and Switzerland's technology policies, the above discussion provides a response to the inquiry as to how institutions and technology policy can create opportunities and threats to corporate entrepreneurship. So now I'm going to transition into the second question for this discussion. The question was, how is the ecosystem economy different from our conventional understanding? How do technological factors within the ecosystem affect our ability to understand environmental risks? When considering how different ecosystem economy is from conventional understanding, we need to examine how technological forces are rapidly transforming the global economy and changing how companies are conducting business. The ever-changing environment of competition challenges companies to reevaluate their conventional business models and seek innovative methods to meet these competitive challenges. The innovations brought about by technology development have provided opportunities for companies to transform from the conventional mindset of doing business as an individual firm to the mindset of conducting innovative business through a collaboration of firms. This concept is known as the ecosystem economy. Businesses that collaborate with each other can share information and resources for the purpose of creating more business value than possible as an individual company. Through these collaboration efforts, ecosystems can drive innovation and generate new competitive advantages within the global marketplace. One of the major challenges to these business ecosystems is keeping up to pace with rapid changes in the economic environment. This challenge is made even greater by the rapid innovations of AI technology. In the article titled "In the Ecosystem Economy, What's Your Strategy?", the author provides insight into the concept of ecosystem economy, its challenges, why it arose, and how to meet it. The article describes the importance of changing the individual business strategy mindset to one that recognizes the success of multi-sector firm collaboration and presents the case that the ecosystem concept has grown in importance due to three significant changes within the economy. These three significant changes are unprecedented rollback of regulations protecting firms, blurring of the separation between products and services due to regulatory changes and digitization, and revolutionary technology for firms to better serve customers. These changes have relevance to the role of governments in keeping pace with emerging technologies and adapting technology policy to address economic changes. The author cautions governments to consider balancing the regulatory needs for protecting society with the innovative needs of the business environment in future policy enactments. Another challenge facing governments is related to the AI technology utilized within these business ecosystems. Traditional technology policies can no longer address the privacy and cybersecurity challenges that are presented by these rapidly expanding technology innovations. Identifying how technological factors such as AI within the ecosystem economy affect our ability to understand environmental risks is essential for the development and implementation of effective strategies to mitigate these risks. In the article entitled "Competing in the Age of AI", the authors present their insight into the economic impacts resulting from the emergence of the rapid technological advances of AI in the global marketplace and the innovative strategies that are essential to competitive advantage. The article that I mentioned in the last slide describes the innovative ways that the use of AI can dramatically change traditional enterprises into AI-driven firms and rapidly gain the competitive advantage needed in today's global economy. An important strategy to successful transformation involves a critical need for collaboration with firms across industries and the timely sharing of data, which makes AI technology an essential element in the ecosystem economy concept. As with any innovative technological advancements, there are associated risks. However, the associated risks from AI technology can have a significant impact on work activities performed by humans. The authors of this article, with their prediction of a 50% reduction in workforce employment due to AI-enabled systems, provide an honest assessment of the negative impact AI will have. Some further risks from AI technology include privacy concerns, cybersecurity, and other society concerns. In the article, "The Risks You Can't Foresee: What to Do When There's No Playbook", the authors describe the various types of risks and present the best practices for effective mitigation of these risks, emphasizing the need for a risk management process that includes timely identification and rapid targeted response to mitigate any risks. In conclusion, although we continue to get a better understanding of the foreseen environmental risks of AI technology and ecosystem economy, identifying and implementing effective strategies to mitigate these unique risks will be challenging for business ecosystems and public institutions. And these are the references that I used when writing this discussion paper. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this presentation, and I'm excited to see your comments in the discussion below. Thank you.